your flags them start to spin. Open hands and start to sing. Cause bad mind could never win. No matter where they try, no matter where they do. Carefully people in your crew who you talk and tell your business to. Same out I go cheer you up, and the same out I go fight you down. But them can't stop me from having fun. No. So start to jump if your heart clean. Whip a rock if your heart clean. Sip a rum if your heart clean. Your heart clean. Enough of them they just come around, but enough of them they just step on things. Fucking we but they step on thing, and we not step on thing.
Listen all day, every day on your favorite streaming platform. The clean, fresh sound. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
We are back with more commentary here on Activated Mornings on the Clean Fresh Sound. At this time, Roleza and I are joined by Mr. Kingsley DeFreitas to bring us his usual morning commentary. So, Kingsley, good morning to you.
Yeah, morning. When I was younger and I was a boy, I used to enjoy April 4th. It used to call April Fool's Day. I used to really like that because I know we conscious. It was there, it used to catch some people sometimes, and people used to react in some strange ways, but it is what it is. It's no longer relevant like before. I heard you speaking about the issue of women in politics this morning, and it's an interesting topic because when you read it, my mind runs straight on Margaret Thatcher, Indira Gandhi, Eugenia Charles of Dominica, and most flamboyant female prime minister today, the prime minister of the Republic of Barbados, Mayor Murphy. And when we Dr. Gonsalves being the ULP, he took advantage of the Labour Party and really that he was somebody who people had a lot of expectation because they felt that she had a very good relationship with the former Prime Minister, Robert Milton Keyser. So people thought that that love that she had for him might have spilled off and she'll be the first Prime Minister in terms of women. But let me tell you something, Dr. Gonsalves don't like to be threatened. And you hear people say, Mama culture was flamboyant and she used to get things done and so. So people had, but in Dr. Gonsalves' mind, he don't want to be threatened. So when she decided that she's taking a leave action, he laughed at her in his mind and said, wow, I get things to where it is. And he came in and he started to make boast about how much women he had in position, permanent secretaries, the first female Governor General, Attorney General Miss Morgan. Then he came with Senator Peter, Senator Bob, but he freed Senator Bob before she was even born. Senator Morgan, well, I love Senator Morgan, so Senator Morgan is in enough for me. But you know what? What I think about most of the time, when I think about the last election, they tell us that the Moses of women was Melissa Garso. And she ran and she didn't win the seat. And if we don't mention her name here and this activity this morning, I don't hear anybody mention Melissa Garso. And it is discouraging because Senator Peters is a bright prospect, but she has to think about going past NDP and Daniel Cummings. Well, people will say, when the NDP loses the next election, it will get easier for her because Cummings and the NDP will get frustrated and she will come to the battle and win the seat. That might be so. But is there anything that we could identify by who are going to make an effort to get women involved in politics? People will say, well, you're candidate in the because you mentioned a few, but how far they will go in the future? Deborah Charles, if we call her Sister Debbie, she got a job see somewhere in the Parliament building and the leader of the opposition did propose that because he thinks that she ran for the European, she should not be considered. But I didn't support that theory. But the point is that you have to sit and wonder, will the people in St. Vincent and Grenades who have the drive to encourage Vincent and to get things out in politics, do they really do it with sincerity? Because you look at Senator Peters, of course she appears to be a bright prospect. After Gonzalez put her as minister, and one of you asked a very good question this morning. Which of them seeming to push to aspire to become the leader of the ULP? But you will never get an answer there because here what happens. When that plan comes together and we are going to have one candidate to become the leader, we are going to tell Senator Margaret and Senator Peters, I am the person who have you where you are. And the only thing I'm expecting you to do is to vote for my son to become the leader of the ULP. And when you're done, you can just brush them aside because you get mission accomplished. And it's really unfair because you always sit there and I wonder why we not see the exploit of women. The first thing you have to ask yourself, do they in a position to win a seat in the next election? The acting prime minister will say, one of these days, us will remember those disadvantages that we find ourselves. I'll have a wonderful day. I'll see you here tomorrow morning, bright and early.
All right, then, Kingsley.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Kingsley. See
you.
you tomorrow. All right.
All right, then we are back with more commentary there on the females in politics here. Well, at least here in SVG, right? We're sticking to here in SVG, not your Roleza?
Yeah. Let's start at home first. Yeah.
I remember, I feel like if I could be wrong, but I feel like if some men have realized that we complain that we're not being given certain seats at certain tables and we're not being given certain positions. And I feel like some men would give us positions just to say, okay, hush up. Look, here's a woman here. A woman is in charge here. A woman is on this here. You can't say we don't have women in places anymore. We have them. Look, there they are. And I used to be so excited when I saw women in places, when I saw women in certain positions that we couldn't see them in before. But then I started to watch closely, and I feel like if they're just there to say they're there. And so now whenever I hear of a woman or I see something say, hey, the first woman is in this, or we have a woman here, I watch closely. I watch the actions now, because don't just tell me you have a woman there just to shut me up so I can no longer say, you're not giving us any seat. Let us do stuff. Don't just put us there to have us there. They should have the same voice as the men for me. That's how I feel. They should have the same voice as the men. Same how we're seeing the men as active. We should see them as well. And I'm trying to think of some excuses that may come up as to why we won't see the women as involved, as vocal, perhaps as active sometimes as the men. I don't know. Nothing is coming to my mind at the moment, but that's how I feel at the moment. Now, I'm aware that some persons are in positions and they can't make any decisions in those positions. And then that's another thing for me again,
But then it's why can't they make decisions?
Well, does
it come down to an issue of finances? Are they limited by the finances and the things that they can actually implement?
Well,
why,
question.
And is it a case where if they are limited, let's say by finances, they can't come out and say that, because it's going to make whoever provides them with funding, let's say it's government, they won't come out and say that. I mean, and that is a professional thing to do, right? So it's not even just about trying to defend your post, but it's a professional thing to do. You don't disclose everything to the public.
Right.
Your thought is interesting because even as you're saying it, I am thinking of the women that I know in certain leadership positions, the head of institutions, the heads of departments, etc., and they have earned their positions. Right? I don't see any of them who have just been placed, have been put in the position as placement. They have actually either been through the system or they have the professional, the academic, etc. qualifications. So from my vantage point, and this is women in different areas, especially within the government ministries, they have actually earned their spot. And they are effecting things or implementing things in the way in which they should in terms of the running of their organization. So I guess both of us have seen it from two different vantage points, but I don't see any of the women that I know just being placements, right? And I think for many of us as women, one of the things is when you do get into a particular position, yes, you have proven your worth, but you also do have to prove your worth. Even as men, you should prove your worth to be able to stay in the position. So your works should speak for itself, and at any point in time, man or woman, your position can be removed if you're not performing effectively. So I guess that's just a thing there. Kingsley asked the question: how far will they go in the future, as in women in politics? I really and truly feel they can go as far as they want to. I have heard before the topic or the question being posed, would it be better for a woman to be the Minister of Finance? Because women seem to know how to handle finances much better in terms of prioritizing, in terms of putting aside money for a rainy day. It's one thing we just always say we don't have money, but money always struck away somewhere inside we purse, right? So, it's these little things. And I really do, Again, I probably need to speak to women who are actively involved in politics, but I really don't think that a man is going to come out and say, well, no, we do not want for a woman to be in certain position. We don't want for there to be a female prime minister. I really do think that men are supportive of women, especially in politics. Maybe it might come down to a case if you're seeing more women than men. Again, there's going to be the whole question, as in the general workplace. Persons are always asked, saying, well, we're seeing more women advancing themselves. Maybe we are going to see a time in the future where women might actually be more involved in politics. But we also do have to remember one of the reasons why women don't get involved in politics, because women are said to be more nurturing and they're more devoted to wanting to spend time with their children, to wanting to spend time with their partners. And for many women, it's a very difficult juggling act. It's the same with any career that a woman takes up. When she wants to become a professional, when she wants to be the head of an organization, etc., it is a difficult challenge for her because she has to try to find a way to balance her time to both be there in a personal aspect for her family, as well as to actually be effective on the job. And I think that many women do not want to have to compromise in that sense. They don't want to have to weigh their options in that way. Many women would prefer to, let me fall back and let me support the man instead, because, in our heads, men could just pick up today and go tomorrow. But as a mother, you are going to want to have to put things in place to make sure that your child is whatever and to be present. So just like in the workforce, and it's the same with politics, women might choose not to get involved for those personal reasons. And if you want to raise a family, a biological clock, we don't have the same clock as men. We have a stop clock, as in a stop clock. There is a countdown. Men don't have the countdown. Well, most men don't have a countdown, right? So, yeah.
Right. All right. So I believe that's it for our thoughts on females in politics. It is fast approaching 8 o'clock. Right.
All right. So just to note that, because I know you're trying to find something, just to note that there is a senior citizens
digital skills program.
Yeah, let me just try to find that quickly. All right. So when I saw that, I was very excited to see it. And let me just try to find that very quickly. All right. So the National Public Library, they are having a digital skills program for senior citizens. So this program is dedicated to bridging the digital divide and designed to enable senior citizens to stay connected, access essential services online, and enhance their overall quality of life. Senior Citizens Digital Skills Program will offer a series of hands-on training sessions covering topics such as basic computer usage, internet safety, email communication, social media, and online banking. Older folks, you hear this? social media, and online banking. I'm emphasizing the online banking. So y'all don't have to go in like and stand up and start talking about your photos in your because you could do it from home, all right? So these sessions will be tailored to the unique needs and learning styles of senior citizens, ensuring they receive the support and guidance necessary to build digital skills. All right, so this session or the program is scheduled to start on the 2nd of May at the National Public Library, and it's open to all senior citizens in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Children, if your parents are home, adult children, if your parents are home, they're retired, they have nothing else to do, please drop them off. All right, please drop them off. All right, so to learn more about this program and to apply, you can contact 457-2022. All right, so 457-2022. All right, so I think that this is important for many senior citizens. Many senior citizens are afraid to use the internet. Many senior citizens are afraid to use their computers for whatever reason. There is absolutely no reason to be afraid. Just do not hit delete. All right, but to find out more information, please contact the library, and adult children, please do your part to help us with educating our parents. With this, I thank you.
All right, there. But like you, I was really happy to see this program. So seniors, I do hope that you take advantage of that as well. It is now 8:01 here in SVG, and this time check was brought to us by the New Haven Funeral Home.
Death